want to shine with a style and grace. Girl, just one of a kind. Let's escape this moment. Lose track of no time. Perfect feelings divine. Oh, pretty girl, where you gon' go? Got me lost in your world. Just want you to know. Keep back to the light. Let the time flow. Your heart feel love. Let the rhythm take control. Oh, Lucy girl, they pretend they're sweet. Take the sun to the night will fade away. Take away. Repeat. Just let the music play. Hey, moment. Just like you want to stay. Lucy, oh, pretty girl, where you gon' go? Got me lost in your world, just want you to know. Keep back to the light, let the time flow. Your heart feel love, let rhythm take control. Lucy, oh, pretty girl, where you gon' go? Got me lost in your world, just want you to know.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Track and Ace. So I made a couple of videos about Lexie Hull, man, this morning. Y'all inspired me to make those videos, and y'all inspired me to make this one. So this video is going to be a little bit more controversial. Some of you guys are disagreeing with me, and I respect y'all, because look, the comments were enjoyable for me to read. I saw so many of them today. I couldn't wait to answer them when I got a chance. Like I said, I wasn't even planning on making videos today, but your comments really inspired me to make these videos today, man. So, I wanted to talk about this controversial subject about Kelsey Mitchell, because I'm not a fan of Kelsey Mitchell. I've admitted that on the channel, but I am very fair. If I feel like somebody's playing well, I'm gonna mention them playing well. You know, I'm not a super hater like that. I'm not someone that can't recognize when someone's playing well. And Kelsey Mitchell's balling out right now. Like, I'm not gonna say like she's not balling. I'll be lying to y'all and being disingenuous with y'all if I said Kelsey Mitchell is not balling. Okay, that will be. I don't want to be known for someone who lies, bro. So I would not say that at all. Like, Kelsey Mitchell's not balling. She is. Now, when I said they should move on from Kelsey Mitchell, a lot of y'all took that the wrong way. Y'all thought I was talking about something else. And what I was talking about was the future. Because if you don't know, Kelsey Mitchell is an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. Okay? They're going to have to re-sign her in order to keep her, right? She's not just someone that's still on contract, right? And so I was thinking about the future, all right? Because I'm looking at Indiana, and they're a young team. And they have a good-looking young core. And we got the Lexie Hull coming out party yesterday. And Lexie Hull, I think, is one of the core players. She could develop at least into being one of the core players. We have Caitlin Clark. We have Aaliyah Boston. We have Lucy Olsen. Lexie Hull. I think that's your core right there, you know. And what I was saying yesterday, get rid of Nalissa Smith, Erica Wheeler, and Kelsey Mitchell. Now, Indiana, if y'all don't know too, these next couple of seasons, they're going to have to give up a player to the expansion draft. The Golden State Valkyries are coming out next year. That is going to be the Bay Area's new WNBA team out there in San Francisco. I don't know if they're playing in Oakland or San Francisco next season. I wanted to know what. I don't know if they're playing at the Chase Center or they're playing at the old Oracle Arena. I think it's back to being called the Oakland Arena now. But anyways, they're supposed to be playing out there, right? So, and then Toronto comes in the following season after that. And I'm very excited. I'm a Raptors fan, so I'm very excited about this upcoming Toronto WNBA team. And I'm hoping Kia Nurse is on that team. Kia Nurse from the LA Sparks. And I don't know if it's going to work because I think she's a free agent next year, Kia Nurse. We're going to talk about Kia Nurse a little bit later, though. But anyways, guys. So they're going to have to give up somebody. And they're not going to be able to do Kelsey Mitchell because she's going to be a free agent. So I was thinking that's an easy decision between either Nalissa Smith or Erica Wheeler. Them two should be auto. Oh, I think no. Erica Wheeler's a free agent too. Oh, so they're not going to be able to do Erica Wheeler either. So it's going to have to be Nalissa Smith. It's going to have to be Nalissa Smith. They could give up Christy Wallace. Yeah, that's a tough decision that the Fever are going to have to make. Dantes might be another option as well. I hope it's not Katie Lou Samuelson. I do not want Caitlin Clark to lose Katie Lou Samuelson. Because everyone else is a free agent. Like, Tamu is a free agent. Maybe they could give up Saxton, too. Or Grace Berger. Those are some options for girls. But they're going to have to give up somebody else next year, too. So, when I was talking about that, man, I was like, they can replace Kelsey Mitchell. Now, this season, obviously, they need to keep Kelsey Mitchell. They're not going to give her away tomorrow at the trade deadline. The trade deadline is tomorrow, if y'all didn't know, on Tuesday. But I was just talking about the future because the core of this team is young, right? And Kelsey Mitchell is an aging player. She's going to be 29 after this season. And she doesn't fit in with the core. She's a few years older than them. And Cece is going to need someone a little bit closer to her age to rock with at that two-guard position next to her in that backcourt. While they are playing a lot better together, Caitlin and Kelsey, it still feels like at times Kelsey just kind of ball hogs. And that's one of the things, that's one of the actual reasons why I hate her. Not as a person, just on the court, like her game. Like, she's got a very selfish game. At the same time, I kind of like her game because it's like, you know, she's not afraid of the moment. She's going to score. She's going to shoot. She's not afraid to score and shoot when they really need her. But like for this season, I think it's great because Caitlin's still actually a developing player, even though she's really good right now. She's still developing, and everybody else is developing. Like, you know, Aaliyah Boston's still developing. Lexie Hull still developing. You know what I mean? And there's not a lot of scores outside of those players. So Kelsey Mitchell still is needed for the season. But I think in the future, you can really actually replace her. You know, I don't know why some people were like, you can't replace her. You know, people are just living off the moment. And they're not thinking about other players because they just see Kelsey Mitchell on the court. They're not thinking about who's coming out of the draft. They're not thinking about free agents because the next two free agents, like, we got some good free agent classes coming in the next 2 years. That 2026 one's even better. We're going to go over some names in this video. I'm not going to make this a super long video, but we're going to go gloss over some names. So, should we talk about the free agents first or should we talk about Lucy Olsen? Let's talk about Lucy Olsen first. Let's bring Lucy Olsen into the picture. So, you guys will see a lot of highlights of Lucy Olsen in this video, okay? Because I don't know how many of you guys actually watched Lucy Olsen. Lucy Olsen is Caitlin Clark's replacement at Iowa University, and she will be eligible to be drafted in the spring. So, Lucy Olsen transferred over from Villanova, playing at Big East basketball, comes on over to get a little bit more recognized. That's why she came to Iowa. She wanted to get more recognized. She saw that Caitlin was getting more eyes on her by playing at Iowa because Iowa has just such a huge fan base. And she feels like, you know, she could get her draft stock up as well. Maybe to go from being a second rounder to being maybe a mid to first late rounder, a top 10 pick. But either way, she's very confident, and but she told people, one of the things that I love about what she said, I'm not here to be Caitlin Clark. I am not Caitlin Clark. I'm not going to try to be Caitlin Clark. I love that because a lot of people are going to try to compare her with Caitlin Clark, and she's no Caitlin Clark. Nobody's Caitlin Clark. It's not fair to actually put that on Lucy Olsen. You know, she don't shoot the three ball like Caitlin Clark either. You know, Caitlin Clark is a rare breed. You're not going to see too many girls like her. She shoots like a man. Okay, there's not too many girls that can shoot like Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean? But Lucy Olsen, when I was doing my homework on Lucy Olsen, when I first heard that she was coming to Iowa, I was like, man, this girl could really ball. Like, this girl could really, really ball. Like, she's a bucket getter. Her direct comp is literally Paige Beckers. I'm not playing. She got a similar makeup. I think Paige Beckers is a little taller than her. But she's got a similar makeup. She's pretty tall. She's 5'9". She's actually taller than, she's actually shorter than Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin Clark is right at 6 feet. She's actually shorter than Caitlin Clark. But she can still fit in that backcourt with Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean? And I think Lucy Olsen could grow to at least about 5'10". She's not done growing just yet. She could get to about 5'10". But Lucy is a bucket getter, just like Paige buckets, right? She could get buckets. And unlike CC, she's really good mid-range floater. She could do it all. Get to the basket. The one flaw for her is the flaw that is the strong point of Caitlin Clark's game, and that's the 3-point ball. She has to develop that. She shot a little under 30% last season, so she's just like Lexie Hull. She's got to develop that shot, and both of them actually have a similar stroke that I love. It's very pretty, a very pretty shot. And what I love about Lucy's game the most is that she could get to her weak side and score the basketball. You know, that's always a strength for me. If you get to your weak side and score the basketball, that's great. And Lucy is going to have plenty of opportunity, just like she did at Villanova, to score the basketball on Iowa this year. We know how the Iowa system is, you know. They're going to score the basketball. You know what I mean? Like, so Lucy is in a perfect system where she could keep. She averaged last season, I think she averaged like 23 points. And she had a few 30-point games. So this girl can get buckets, bro. This girl can get buckets. And I feel like she's Kelsey Mitchell's perfect replacement. She's young. She fits in that Caitlin Clark timeline as far as the core. She's going to be cheaper than Kelsey Mitchell, because Kelsey Mitchell is already in that free agent class. She's in the top 6 of contracts. And she's expensive, right? Because these contracts, if y'all didn't know, with the new WNBA TV money, the top 20 players are likely going to be in the millions. We're going to start we're probably going to see the first $2 to $3 million player in the WNBA. I think it's going to be Caitlin Clark. They're going to be in the millions. They're going to have to share that TV money with the players. And I know the union is going to want to renegotiate with the WNBA about these contracts, bro, because this whole $200,000, it's not going to cut it no more. Because girls, they got the Unrivaled League now for the top players in the league, and then they got overseas. And I think the Unrivaled League is going to become a 5-on-5 league in the future. I really do. I think it's going to become a 5-on-5 league, and it's going to really be competition to the WNBA. We already know overseas is. These girls could play overseas and get more money. That's why Gabby Williams is taking her time coming over to the WNBA, coming back, because she getting paid. She getting paid overseas, man. You know what I mean? So again, I really believe that because that's going to happen, and you're going to have to pay your core. Like, Aaliyah Boston is literally coming up the year after in 2026. I think Lexie Hull is too. If Lexie Hull continues to progress, you're going to have to pay her a little bit of money. You got to save some money for your court. And you know you're going to have to pay CC. CC's probably coming up in 2027 or 2028. I didn't really see. Let me see if they got 2027 on here. So yeah, Caitlin Clark is coming up in 2027. So you got to start saving some money. And I don't think signing an aging player who's about to come out of her 20s into her 30s after next season, starting in 2026, in Kelsey Mitchell, is the right move to make. The only way I'll resign Kelsey is if she wants to stay here for an extra year, because it'll give Indiana some time to develop Lucy Olsen and whoever they're playing, because they're probably going to go a little bit more heavy on the 2026 free agency class, because there's a lot more younger players in that class than this one that's coming up. This one's got a lot of older players coming out. But yeah, man, like, you've got you've got to save some money. And I know you guys see Kelsey Mitchell, and like I said, I'm not really like super disagreeing with y'all on the whole Kelsey Mitchell thing, okay? But I'm being realistic and saying they can make some moves, okay? They can make some moves on this team to get a little better. Kelsey Mitchell needs her own team. That's first and foremost. Kelsey Mitchell needs her own team. The way she plays with it, she's ball dominant. I think playing with like Caitlin, like a lot of y'all don't realize, Caitlin Clark's going to become more dominant, ball dominant as she grows in this league. She's going to have the ball in her hand and shoot a lot more. The more time goes by, and that's not going to be good for Kelsey Mitchell's game because that's actually going to stifle Kelsey's game. And Kelsey's going to need her own team. You know what I mean? Like she needs to become like Kelsey has really become someone. Now, does she benefit off of playing with Caitlin Clark? Yes, she does because of the passes that she's able to get to her. Yes, she does. But I think that Kelsey really needs her own team. And, you know, a nice spot will be the Golden State Valkyries. I mean, you know, she'll have her own team. Especially if they don't draft Paige Becker, she'll have her own team, bro. There's some other situations. I think Atlanta's going to be a good one. I think she could play well in Chicago with Kennedy Carter. I really do. They need another scorer. They look lost without Marina Mabrey. I don't know if y'all see this guy. This guy look lost shooting the ball without Marina Mabrey. They have no spacing on the floor because they really don't have a 3-point threat. They're not respecting Rachel Banham enough on that 3-point line, whereas they were respecting Marina Mabrey. And this team, like that, the one thing I love about Kelsey Mitchell, she can shoot the three. So unlike Kennedy Carter, she'll be able to space the floor. And it gives this guy a real good scoring option. Look, if I'm Kelsey Mitchell, I'm thinking about Chicago next year. I'm really thinking about Chicago. Phoenix is another option because they got to replace Diana Taurasi, who's retiring. That'll be another good option for Kelsey Mitchell. There's a lot of good pockets of places where Kelsey Mitchell fits at. I don't think she just has to be on the Fever. You know, Kelsey Mitchell, like I said, I think with the way Caitlin Clark is playing, I really feel like Caitlin Clark needs a younger sidekick, and I think Lucy Olsen is perfect for her. I just wish they would have played together at Iowa last year. I wish she would have transferred over and already gotten the experience in college with Caitlin Clark. That way she know where to be on the court and all that stuff, because they're going to have to figure out in the pros where Lucy Olsen is going to have to be on the court. But I think the nice thing about Caitlin Clark playing with Kelsey Mitchell this year is that she's playing with another ball-dominant player. So Caitlin Clark is getting used to playing with another ball-dominant player. Now, Kate Moore was kind of ball-dominant too, but it was on a lesser scale though. Like, so Lucy Olsen is going to need the ball in her hands, right? And I just really feel like she's not going to demand it as much as Mitchell does though. And Lucy Olsen is a better defender than Kelsey Mitchell, in my opinion. So you get that as well. You get someone that's a better defender at the same time. So there's a lot of pros more than cons if you decide to make this move. Now, they have to draft Lucy Olsen. Like, I keep talking about Lucy like they already got her. But they have to draft her too. And I think that'll be a good move for Indiana. Like I said, they'll be able to save up on some money. And there's a chance because let's look over this free agent list, man. Let's look over this free agent list. They need a center. Okay, this is the other thing that they need. They need a center. Someone to go with AB. They need a center. Brianna Jones from Connecticut is a free agent. We got another big free agent, Breanna Stewart. The New York Liberty. Let me tell y'all Fever fans this. Y'all are going to want to really follow the Liberty in the playoffs, because depending on what happens with the Liberty after this season, it's probably going to dictate what move Breanna Stewart is going to make. Breanna Stewart is available. She's going to be 30 next year, so she's still got a few more years left. playing at a high level. Breanna Stewart could sign with the Fever. I think Breanna Stewart could sign with the Fever. You know, I think Breanna Stewart would like to play with Caitlin Clark. It depends though, because Sabrina Ionescu is playing so good this year. So I don't know if Breanna Stewart wants to leave what she's got in New York already. It's still a big market for Breanna Stewart to be in. I think she'll resign. I actually think she'll resign, but it's an interesting. See, this is why they need the money, bro. Because you can make a big splash and sign Breanna Stewart, and Breanna Stewart instantly makes you a championship contender. Because now you will have a front court of her and Aaliyah Boston, a developing Lexie Hull, a developing Caitlin Clark, and then if you somehow draft Lucy Olsen, do you know how dangerous that'll be? That starting lineup is a super team. Damn near a super team, bro. If it's not, at this point, damn near a super team. And if we go down the list, there's some other interesting players. Now, Kelsey Plum, very interesting player, but I believe she will stay with the Aces, man. I don't see why she'll leave. It's the team that drafted her. She seems to really love playing for Becky Hammond. Really gets along with her. It's like a comfortable situation. You can keep winning championships, man. As long as Asia Wilson there, you could keep winning championships. I don't think she'll leave them, but she's very interesting. Now, a player that Indiana realistically will go after too is Satou Sabally from Dallas. She is a free agent, guys, unrestricted, and she fits closer than Kelsey Mitchell does to the Caitlin Clark timeline, because she's I think she just turned 26 this year, so she'll be 27 next year. But she's still like in the beginning of her prime. Satou Sabally, who had a really good showing in the Olympics, just getting back to being healthy, by the way, too. Just made her in-season debut with the Wings on Friday. Satou Sabally is a pretty good get. If you can't get Breanna Stewart, that's your next option is Satou Sabally. I would love for her to play with Caitlin Clark. I think that's someone that Caitlin Clark needs, because she could play all over the court. She can play all over the court, bro. She's very versatile. Very versatile. She could play small forward on this team. I really think Satou Sabally will be a steal for the Fever if they could get her. If they could get her. I don't know if Dallas is going to try to re-sign her. Dallas been making some weird moves lately. They got rid of Odyssey Sims. I don't know what they're doing down there. They're supposed to be getting Maddie Seitz back pretty soon as well. We're going to talk about Maddie Seitz. Let's go down the list a little further. Let's see. This is the 2025 class for free agency, by the way, guys. Let's see. You got, let's see who's a little younger. Sophie Cunningham is a free agent. I did not know that. That's an interesting. You know what? Chicago needs a point guard. They better think about Sophie Cunningham. Because they may break that Phoenix team up. It's a little older team. Kalia Copper is a little older too. We know Brittany Griner is old, and she's a free agent. Would Brittany Griner want to play with Caitlin Clark? Because she's a free agent, guys. And she's 150K right now. She's not even over 200. They might be able to get her on the sheet for like a year. It's interesting. Kia Nurse, I talked about her. Just turned 28 this year. That's an interesting one, because Kia Nurse will actually give you some time too. Like, the only thing about Kia Nurse for me though is she's a little bit cheaper than Kelsey Mitchell. But the whole thing with this, you might as well keep Kelsey Mitchell, right? I think if you made this move, you might as well keep Kelsey Mitchell. I think if you made that move, I think that's one that I'm probably looking at. That I would want Kia Nurse, but you basically might as well just keep Kelsey Mitchell, in my opinion. I think if you made that one. Natisha Heidemann. That's an interesting one. Again, kind of the same age group as Nurse and Mitchell. Not sure if I'd make that move, but Heidemann could hit threes and stuff, man. So it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one, but I don't think I would do it. Stephanie Talbot, I love the way she plays, man. A little older player, but I love the way Stephanie Talbot plays. If they need bench depth, I'd go there. I'd go with Stephanie Talbot. I like that one. Let me see. Let me go through this a little further down. Damn, I didn't know Alicia Clark was almost 40. God damn. Kennedy Carter. Wait, Kennedy Carter is a free agent? Oh gosh. Tamu's a free agent. But is she a club option? No, she's a restricted free agent. And Carter's a restricted free agent too. So the team can match any offers. Okay, let's go to 2026. I don't make this video too long. Let's go to 2026. Jackie Young, nah. You might as well keep Kelsey Mitchell. She's very expensive. Drew Lloyd, too old. Kalia Copper, nope. Arike, I know a lot of y'all like Arike. But she's just like Kelsey Mitchell, kind of a ball hogger. She needs her own team. She's very ball dominant. I don't like that move for the Fever. But I do like Arike again. I like Arike though, but I don't know about with Caitlin Clark though. Skylar Diggins probably going to retire. I think Nico Mole. I think what Seattle's doing is they know Skylar Diggins want to retire soon, so they got Nico Mole right behind her. But they need to play Nico Mole more. That was the only, like, they should have been playing her yesterday. Marina Mabry's almost 30. I'm talking about 20. This is a 2026 class. Like, the thing that I like about this site, I'm using Spot Track. They actually got the ages of what these girls are going to be when they get to that free agency class. I did want Marina Mabry with the Fever, but she's going to be a little older by then. I see a very interesting player, but it's not going to work because they're both point guards. Sabrina Ionescu. I would love for her to play with Caitlin Clark, though. That would be dynamic. I think I made a video on this and I never released it, though, about her playing, Sabrina playing with Caitlin. That'd be an interesting one. Let's keep going down the list. Asia Wilson, who's going to be 30. Now, if you can't get Brianna Stewart, you're trying to make a big splash. That's an interesting one right there. Let's see. Let's go down the list a little bit. Magrebord. Oh, that'd be a good move. Because they need a center. Like I said, the Fever need to make a splash with a center. They need a center, man. They need a center. Katie Lou Samuelson is a free agent that season. Alana Smith. That's an interesting one. Alana Smith from Minnesota. Love her game. I love Alana Smith's game. Sky should have kept her, too. Sky got rid of some good white girls, bro. Ray Burrell. I like Ray Burrell as a bench piece. I like what she's been doing with the Sparks. Oh, this might be my favorite one on here, man. This is my favorite one on here. Bridget Carleton. I'm a huge fan of her game. I won't call her a 3-and-D player because I don't think her defense is on the same level as Lexie Hull. But, man, Bridget Carleton be interesting with the Fever. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Bridget Carleton. That'd be interesting because we know she can hit the threes. She's an older player though, but she'll be 29 that year. That's not too old. She's 27 right now. That's interesting. I don't know if she's worth replacing Mitchell for, but that'd be interesting though. I think Bridget Carleton, I think she likes playing in Minnesota with Cheryl Reeve though. But so she'll probably stay there. It's still a chance, still a really good chance the Lynx can win some more rings with Cheryl Reeve, but that's an interesting choice right there, man. Interesting choice. Aaliyah Boss is going to be a free agent that season. Oh, yeah, this is my favorite one. This is my favorite option. She's only going to be 26 that year. Maddie Seitz. Maddie Seitz is very interesting. She's got a club option though, so it might not be that easy to get her. But Maddie Seitz would be perfect on this team. Would be perfect. I think out of all the free agents I went over, that's probably the one I want the most is Maddie Seitz. I really respect the hell out of her game. Really respect the hell out of her game, and she will complement Caitlin Clark pretty well. And she had such a good season last year. She got hurt this year. She'll be back soon though. So if you really haven't seen Maddie Seitz too much, I would recommend watching Dallas when she returns the rest of the season. She's really good, bro. I think out of all the names I saw on this list, man, if they could go get her. But like I said, it's a club option for her, so I don't know. It's not going to be easy to get her. But that's someone Indiana definitely needs to be looking after in the future. That is definitely someone that I like. Ryan Howard from Atlanta, I like that one. You want to talk about, but she's going to be restricted. But if you want to talk about someone that could directly replace Kelsey Mitchell as well, it'd be her as well. Ryan Howard is growing down there in Atlanta, really taking her game to the next level. I think she'd be good with CC as well. So you guys see it, man. There's a lot of options, man. Like I said, I don't think you guys were thinking, bro. Like, there's a lot of options out there, man. But I think the one that they can definitely control the most is drafting Lucy Olsen. I think that's the one that they really gotta. That's the one that they really gotta look at, man, because there's nobody who complements CeCe's game better than her, in my opinion. This is my opinion, but I think when it comes to who could really complement her game and someone that's coming in at a young age like that, I think that's a steal. And then you could just sort of build this thing around it. Like I said, Indiana should have had the money to go make a splash and get one of those centers, man. Brianna Stewart's out there, Asia Wilson's out there, man. I'm just saying, man. These girls are out there, man. They want to come here because I'm telling you, if those girls really want rings, especially Brianna Stewart, who, I mean, they both have rings, but if they want more rings, man, is there a better place to come than Indiana? I don't think there is. And I really wish Cardoso was available in the next year or two, but she's 2027. That I will start thinking about getting her as well. If you can't really hit on any of these other girls, Satu Sabli, you gotta start thinking about some of them, man. I mean, because I'm telling you, Caitlin Clark's gonna win rings. She might have not won them in college, but she's gonna win rings in the WNBA, man. So this is the place to be. Give me y'all thoughts, man. We'll talk more about this. I want to see what y'all got to say first in the comment section below, man. I know this was a little bit of a longer video. But I had to go over that list, though. But go on ahead, guys, and give me your thoughts in the comment section below. I do have a Patreon. I'm going to have select WNBA fever games on there, including yesterday's game against Seattle. I will have that on there later in the season. Make plans to sign up on the Patreon because I'm going to have some full games because I know how tough these games are to find on YouTube, but even some of these torrent sites don't have them too good. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, I got a Cash App. $ Stack Exchange is my name on there. And if you have Bitcoin, scan the QR code on the screen. You can donate through Bitcoin that way. I have Google and any other donation platform. Let me know in the comment section below. We can try to see if we can make it work. But I think anybody who does donate, even $1 or $2 is really good, man. I'm really trying to make plans to buy another YouTube channel specifically for women's basketball because we're going to be really covering college on this channel, man. So definitely you're in the right spot, man, because I'm going to be covering Lucy Olsen's college, her finishing up her college run here at Iowa this season, man. But go on ahead, y'all. Give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Enjoy the rest of y'all week. Tracking Ace.